Hey guys, we've been talking about a certain destination in mind, and that destination is now Success School. So if you're all in on this thing, it's your time to see that destination, to decide that you will be at Success School August the 8th at Dallas Cowboy Stadium. But really, what I want to talk to you about today is how do we get there? How do we get there earning the income that we want to earn so we can walk into Success School with what I call the Success School strut? Where you're just feeling good about your business and your team and where things are going. Well, I've been talking to you about sharing your story, and clearly the key components of your story are where are you going? That certain dollar amount by that certain date and your reason why. You have to share the dollar amount because people never miss money. You have to give them a date that you will be earning that. In this example, it's August the 8th because that's the target we're shooting for. And people will take you serious when you have goals with a date. And the more transparent you are with your why, the reason why you're doing AdvoCare, it makes sense to them. Now it makes sense why you're doing what you're doing and why you get up every day to share this with people. So that's your story, okay? But the goal of sharing your story isn't to sell products. The goal of sharing your story for a business builder is to set a meeting. You really need to learn these words. When can we meet? When can we meet? You see, this business really happens one-on-one. When you can get to someone's kitchen table or maybe a neutral site where you meet them at a coffee shop or whatever. But the key is to get into one person's life at a time. Now, we got to be great at asking some questions. And what I want to do, and I'm going to start sharing this in 8-minute calls and other ways that I want to make sure you understand some of the questions that you ask. Our job isn't to manipulate or to convince anybody to do anything. Our job is to begin to draw out of people, what do they want? When do they want it by? What are they going to do with it? And why would they even do AdvoCare? Amazing things happen, guys, when we start asking people questions. So the goal is to set a meeting. Now, for many of you, you've been to AdvoNation or you've been to trainings around the country, Success School, and you've seen the circle of success. The first step is you. That's the one-on-one. That's where you're sharing your story. You're the preview to the movie. And your goal isn't to do AdvoCare on the spot. Your goal is to set an appointment. If you're brand new, you're bringing your sponsor with you, 3 to 6 months in the business. If not, you're still going to get that person on the phone with someone else. You want third-party credibility. But when we get to the meeting, when we get to their kitchen table, your goal is to ask some great questions and to listen, to really listen to your prospect. The first question would be, how much money a month would make a difference? And be quiet. For most people, they've never been asked these life-changing questions. So you've got to have the right heart. Your body language, your eye contact has to be right. You're just asking them how much money a month would make a difference. And let me make this real clear. Anything won't do. That's not a good number. That isn't even a number. I haven't met anybody yet that's going to put any real effort into AdvoCare for $5 a month. So we've got to help maybe coach them a little bit. Don't give them your number, but help bring out of them by maybe asking some clarifying questions like, hey, do you guys have any debt you'd like to get rid of? Are you guys okay paying your bills? Maybe you want some more time with your family. So how much money a month would help you initially achieve that? The second question that we have to ask people is, well, when do you want to be earning that by? Now we begin to gauge how serious they are about earning that income. Of course, most people will say silly things like yesterday or right away or tomorrow. My response is great. You have a great sense of urgency. Again, there's another opportunity to coach people. If they tell you they want to earn $1,000 a month, let's say by May, or they tell you they want to earn $1,000 a month, we've certainly seen in AdvoCare people earn that in 3 months, 6 months, a year or more. So how bad do you really want it? And now we're going to coach them to a date. Don't give them a date or it's your date. Don't give them a dollar amount or it's your dollar amount. So now we have a dollar amount, we have a date, Now we say, well, what would you do with that? What would you do with that extra $1,000 a month? And listen. This is where the listening really comes in. And this is the most important part, is to listen. And then the fourth question is, well, why would you even do this? Why would you do a home-based health and wellness business? You know, a business where it's all about helping other people get what they want. And listen. Now, most people really don't know their big why. So their why really may just tie back to their income goal. I want to be out of debt, or I want to be home with my family. Wonderful. We're not here to condemn or make people feel bad. We're here to begin the journey of belief. Let me tell you what happens in the unseen world when you ask people how much money a month will make a difference. Whoop, a little belief just grew when they say a dollar amount. When you ask them for a date and they give you a date, they start saying to themselves, what if? What if I could earn an extra $1,000 a month? And when you get them to apply it to what they would do with it, now they're beginning to see a vision. Oh, that would be wonderful if I could begin to pay off my student loan debt, or I could have more time with my spouse or kids, or whatever their reason is for doing this, right? You begin the process of belief by you asking questions, you sitting down with them, you showing your heart. You're not there to go puke Advocare on them. At the end of asking all of these questions, how much money a month? When do you want it by? What are you going to do with it? And why would you even do this? What would be your reason for doing this? Now you can ask another question. Well, if I could show you a way to earn that $1,000 a month by May so that you can pay off your student loans, would that be a good thing? Would you like to learn more? There it is, guys. Those are the most important questions and the most important time you are ever going to spend with your prospects. If you're a serious business builder, you sit down with people. You take the time up front to get to know them, ask some great questions, and then say, well, what if I could show you a way to help you earn that extra $1,000 a month? Would that be something you'd like to know more about? Now, we'll talk more about what are you going to do from then, but be great at asking questions and amazing things will happen. Belief grows, and some of those people are going to join you on the journey that's going to help you get to the goal you will be earning by the time we walk into Success Goal.